I'm Brad.
And I'm Christa.
With the Big Family Homestead. And today, oops, tore my paper. We have 5 things. Here's the scoop. Okay, we've been homesteading for what, 8 years now? 10. Mm-hmm. And we figured there's some shortcuts for those of you who are beginners, and for those of you who are seasoned
veterans.
Add your comments down below.
Yeah.
You know, if you think we've missed something, or you think maybe, boy, that was not a really great point, well then, let your voice be heard from the mountaintops of the comment section. Mm-hmm. So, 5 important things that we have learned over the last decade. That sounds impressive, doesn't it?
Sure.
Okay. First of all, before we even get started, the word homesteading is kind of strange, because it's kind of a new thing, meaning self-reliance. But people that live this way, they don't call it homesteading.
Right. That's just the way they live. I mean, a lot of folks have not small animals, but have a small farm where they grow their own vegetables and fruits, and they raise their own meats, and they can and preserve and do all of these things as a way of life. This is the way it's been for hundreds of years. Why is it now all trendy homesteading?
Yeah, what she said. So
sassy this morning.
She is sassy. Yeah. So trying to keep.
I even made him cry. Look at that.
Sweepy.
Stop. Don't. Cease, desist. I could put the shock collar on you.
We've got a shock collar for the dog. Context. They don't even know that.
I know.
Okay, so backing up. We call it homesteading just because it seems like people think they know what that means.
Right.
And so it's a big bucket to put a lot of different ideas in. That said, from what we're talking about, it's being as self-reliant as you can be, with as much as you can, because whether it's skills to build buildings or animal husbandry or food, making cheeses, yogurts, that sort of thing, we're kind of putting all that in one bucket.
Yeah.
And we also do it with recipes and all kinds of stuff. So basically self-reliance. But that said, top 5. Okay, we're going to do the countdown backwards. So this will be like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, man.
That way the tension will be palpable by the end.
Your paper's upside down.
I know. Let's go this way. First thing, top 5. Number 5. Mistakes happen and will happen.
Yes.
Don't give up.
Don't give up. No. Just find a different way. Don't give up, even though the animals are doing some wacky, dumb stuff.
Or you lose animals.
Or they die. Yeah. Or they, are eaten by other animals, which happens, especially up here. Don't give up.
Yeah. And you kind of have to know that going in, you're going to fail at stuff. And you just have to have that mentality of, okay, I just learned another way it does not work.
Right.
And now I'm going to keep going. Now, we're going to talk about animal husbandry later, because this is a big one. Like, just for this part of it, take it in your mind that we're not suggesting that you don't
start at all.
Well, no. What I mean, no, it's a completely different point.
Okay.
That that with animals you should just jump in. No, that's later. We're going to talk about being educated with that later.
Right.
But for this part, just the understanding that you're not going to get it all right every time.
Right.
And that's going to be okay.
Right.
But don't give up.
Don't give up. Yeah.
Okay.
I agree.
Number 4.
Be teachable.
What does it mean to have a teachable spirit, Mom?
Don't be arrogant and think that you know everything and that only your way is the right way. Because I can tell you this, that's not going to help you.
No.
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 Because if you ask 100 farmers how to do one certain task, you'll get 100 different answers.
Yeah.
It is all in how your place is set up, what is right for you guys, and it's not going to be right for everyone else. Even the stuff that we do here may not work for you.
Yeah.
This is just how we've gone through many different ways of doing things, and even the way we're doing things now may not be ideal.
For an example, when we first started with animal husbandry, it was in Ohio. And in Ohio, we watched a lot of YouTube videos that said, hey, here's how you can have your water so it doesn't freeze in the winter. And Ohio is not like it is here. So we tried all of the stuff, the salt water bottles in the thing. It didn't work. No. We tried the tires filled with the Great Stuff foam, and I wasted $40 on Great Stuff foam because that didn't work. Yada, 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 yippee, skippy. And you know what? It just didn't work. And now that we're here in Wisconsin and it's far colder, the only thing that works is an actual heater in the water.
Is electric. You have to have electric.
But now,
all there is to it.
But the truth is, if you live down maybe in Missouri, maybe the salt bottle thing might work.
It might work.
It might.
Yeah.
Not here.
Not here.
And so
now, and even even here in Wisconsin, if you go to a big dairy, they don't have big troughs, because in the winter they keep all the cows inside. So they don't have big troughs where the cows are walking around for their water. They have little watering cups that the cows stick their nose down into, and
then it turns it on.
then turns the water on. Well, with all of the cows inside there and the hay up in the mow, the barn stays above freezing.
Yep.
So it's not freezing inside their barn. So it's different even up here for different farmers.
Yeah.
But for our situation, we don't have 70 cows stuck in a barn to keep it warm. We have to use electric.
Right. Yeah. But going back, the point is having a teachable spirit, because again, like she said, if you've got an arrogant attitude, like you know everything, well, let's just say this, you're going to probably take some hard knocks learning when you're actually out there doing.
Right. Yep.
So, all right, number 3. Zoning.
Check your zoning. We know
For
this
everything.
For everything. We know this from experience. You can't just move into an area and expect the zoning to stay the same, because it doesn't. It changed on us.
Stuff changes.
Changed on us, and we were there.
A year and a half?
3.
Before we found out the beginning of the process?
Yeah, no, I don't remember how long we were there.
We were there a while.
Yeah, we were there a while.
And zoning changed.
We were at that place for 4 years total.
Okay.
So we were there for a good 3 years before we were informed that zoning was changed, that it had changed. And then, okay, what do we do?
Life changed.
Life changed. Yeah.
And another tip on zoning, know everything about it before you jump into a property.
Yeah.
And I will even add this to the zoning. Get to know the neighbors before you get there. Before you get there. Because let me tell you what, if all of a sudden you're doing something that's kind of on the edge of acceptable, maybe you're still on the legal side of it, if people start squawking, stuff changes.
Yep.
Stuff changes. So, like, for example, if you decided you wanted to put pigs on a certain corner of your property that happens to be next to your neighbors that might be a little persnickety, you may want to rethink that.
You might want to change that location.
Or just be ready for a battle.
Oh my, yeah. Yeah.
Because it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Number 2.
Number dose.
Dose. You got this one?
Sure.
Go ahead.
Research everything before you get animals.
Yep.
Go to your library, go to the bookstore, look online. There's going to be a lot of information online. YouTube, yeah. You have to be careful on videos that you watch because some people, like I said
Don't
before,
know what the heck they're
some
doing.
people don't know what the heck they're doing, and some people do. But you
You
just
have to
because
know
they have a platform on YouTube doesn't mean they know what they're talking about.
what she said.
Because, like I said about the 100 farmers, well, there's a lot of people on YouTube that think they know what they're doing, and they really don't.
And here's another little secret. There's a lot of people on YouTube that don't know what they're talking about, but they just like having a channel, and they like that attention. But they might be giving you false information, even maybe
Right.
maybe even innocently.
Right.
But you got to be careful.
Right.
And now, when
And that's why we have not screamed, but just have said from the get-go, this is what we do, and this is what is working for us. It may work for you, it may not. So
do your own research.
do your own research. We've said that from day number one. You know, this is just the stuff that we have learned and we want to share with you. And those things, they've changed. I mean, we went from goats to cows, and whoa,
Big difference.
big difference. I mean, goats are a great starter animal, but when you move in from goats to cows, it's so different. So different.
Well, and here's just knowing, and like you said, before you get into the animals, because if you don't, you're going to end up causing unnecessary suffering to that animal. Going back to point number 5, mistakes do happen, and animals do die. There's no way around it.
No.
However, if you do your research and you know everything 6 ways to Sunday before you get any animal of any kind, at least you're going to stave off most of those problems. You can't stave them all off.
No.
For example, we had a cow when we were living over in central Wisconsin.
At our first house in Wisconsin. Yeah.
And one day, she just was dead.
Woke up in the morning.
She
was
plain
fine.
no problem.
The night before, woke up, and then the next morning she was gone. No
Yep.
idea what happened.
Just laying on her side.
Just gone.
Yeah, and we were not, financially solvent enough to say we wanted to have some kind of an autopsy done.
Yeah, we didn't do that because what's going to change? I mean, she's gone.
All the other animals were fine.
Everybody, all the other animals, all the other cows were good, and so it was just
Could have been a heart attack. We don't know what it was.
We have no idea what it could have been, and so it was a loss of that animal who was a beloved pet to our family. Plus, she was pregnant, so it was the
Double.
loss of that calf. So it was a double whammy. So
Yeah.
but yeah, so even mistakes happen after you've done a lot of research, and it's just, again, mistakes happen.
Yeah.
So
But do your research.
yeah.
Last one. Top one.
Top one.
We screw this up even to this day after 10 years of intentional trying to get it right. And that is this. Don't take on too many projects at one time.
Yeah.
Something is inevitably going to get
Something's
neglected.
going to suffer.
Something's going to suffer, and you always get into it thinking, well, okay, the chickens are doing good. Maybe we should jump into goats. And then goats all of a sudden become making cheese. And then cheese becomes, and then all of a sudden now you got 10 things going, and you're not even really good at 1 or 2 things yet.
Right.
And then something is going to suffer and or die.
Right. Exactly. So yeah, go slow when acquiring animals, and
Gardening.
I would
Gardening,
even
learn.
say wait
Yeah.
a season. I mean, for us here, it's winter is long here, so we can really only acquire new animals in the spring. Because if we wait too long in the fall and into winter, it's too cold.
It's dangerous for the animal
It's
for that
dangerous
kind
for
of
the animal.
change.
Right.
Yeah, well, and not only just that, but like if you decided, hey, I'm going to build a cabin in the woods or something. Well, do you know how to do all those things?
Yeah.
Or you just, man, this sounds cool. I'm going to go be Joe Wilderness. And I don't know how to frame a building. I don't know how to roof a building. I don't know anything about plumbing. I don't know anything about this. That's a lot of stuff to learn all at once.
It's a lot, yeah.
Is it possible? Yeah. But trust me when I tell you, if you're trying to learn too many things at one time, you'll get overwhelmed, and then you will end up wanting to pull your hair out and or quit.
Right. Hence, go back to number 5, and mistakes happen. Don't give up.
So
it's kind of a circular thing.
it's circular.
Circular. Yeah.
It's round.
It's round.
It's spherical. So that's it. Hopefully you guys can benefit from some of our gained knowledge. And also, if you've watched our channel for any length of time, you know that we don't hide our mistakes.
Nope.
And hopefully you can benefit from that too, so that you don't do them.
Right.
So I think that's about it for this video. If we've missed anything, put it down below. If you've found this information worth listening to, don't forget to subscribe. And click that bell.
Ding.
That's it. I'm Brad.
I'm Krista.
You guys have an amazing and blessed day.